phase of who?
Welcome back. I'm back, people. Sorry for that. What is going on? People said it could be the draconians messing with me. Who the heck knows? I hope it doesn't happen again. Now, let's get to the caller that was unfortunately just cut off. Welcome to Third Phase. Sorry about the technical difficulties. You're live, Third Phase.
Hello, are you there? Can you hear me, Blake?
Yeah, I'm here. Stand by. Sorry, you're coming in loud and clear. We're live on Third Phase.
Hey.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Blake, it's good to hear your voice again. This is Ed. You remember me, Ed?
Yeah. Wow. Ed, it's been. How could we forget? It's been what, about a month, and I've been waiting. Everybody's been waiting to hear from you again. How have you been? What you been up to, Ed?
Blake, it's been a long, hot summer, as you know, and I just want to first say that your friend, Andy Elias, Dr. Andy Elias, I'm glad to hear that he's made a turn for the better. I heard at the beginning of the show what you said, and I'm very happy for that. It's been a long, hot summer, but I did just send you and your brother some new footage that I shot. Your brother Brent, I think, got my footage, and
okay,
I hope you guys share it.
Hi, I know. Check that email. Right now, Blake. Brent's here. We're taking calls from around the world. We're live right now. We have Ed, famous abductee, and incredible. I'd say the best photos and videos.
I'm not famous. I don't want to be famous.
The Third Phase world, you are quite famous. People have been begging me to get Ed back on and get more videos, more photos. I'm not saying you're famous.
Blake,
I know.
Blake, but I told you from the very beginning that I'm not alone. I just had a video camera from a very young age, and I've had the opportunity. But what I'm sending you is not unique. I've said that from the very beginning, and I'm glad to hear again your friends well. And
absolutely, Dr. J is on the road to recovery, and things are looking good. And we hope in the next couple of weeks we could have him back and maybe even get some statements from him. And the thoughts and prayers for Dr. J were out there. Wow. Ed, I'm looking at your photograph.
Blake, I hope you can use the footage I sent to you. It's something that is shot
I want to ask you some about wow. This is, again, Ed, something incredible. What is it? It's triangular in shape. It's a TR3B, in my opinion. I know you don't know what it is, or do you? Did it make a noise? Here we go. Let's start with the first question. Ed, did this thing make noise? Was it a drone?
Blake, I can tell you that I know what it is because I've been visited before. This was a shot that I took, experience that I've had in the same place. So I know you have people calling in and sending you videos, and they seem to be taken at the same time and not at the same time of year in the same place. And I think that's key to all the sightings and experiences that I've had and that I've been able to show you. I've had this footage, and there's a pattern here. There's a pattern. And whether it's getting to be something that you're finding more people are showing, it just seems that it's just going to continue.
You know, it reminds me of people described to me this triangular-shaped formation over contact in the desert. Dr. J. Andy Elias was there last year where there was a mass sighting while Dr. Greer was doing an event. We had a kahuna all the way in Hawaii, wanted to let everybody know that there's going to be a triangular-shaped formation. How big was this thing? Over there in contact in the desert, they said it was possibly like 3 football fields wide. How big would you say this craft was?
I'd say it was less than that, but I'd say it was definitely more than 150 yards wide. And my experiences with the craft are that that's the scale you're dealing with. But it's hard to pick out scale from the photographs. I know the videos I send you, it's hard. It's an experience when you're seeing it live. But, you know, I haven't traveled to that part of the country. I like to consider myself pretty well road weary. I've been in a lot of places in the country, but I haven't been to that spot in the desert. So what's happening there might not be what's happening where I'm experiencing it.
Well, people right here in the flash chat, Bradford Blair, he says he's witnessed a triangular shape in his lifetime, and Brandon and I have witnessed something massive on 2010, December 30th, and it's the same thing all over the world. It's the same identical kind of craft. I believe it's reverse engineered alien technology. What do you think? Is it strictly alien, or is it man-made involvement?
Oh, I don't want to Blake, I don't want to dodge your question, but first you got to understand that the vantage point, taking the video is not the vantage point when you always have the sighting. So when you speak about a triangular shape, I don't think it's like a stamp. I think it's something that's different each time, and it has to do with a different energy that's involved in these craft. It's not man-made. It's not military. There's a difference. I know you have I don't keep up with you guys as much as I should. Whenever I do, I really enjoy what you're doing and all the things you post, but there's obviously some things that are not, that are military, that are, I don't know the right words, domestic technology. But some things are and some things are not. This that I'm sending you, all the stuff I send you.
Let me ask you, have you ever worked for the military?
No, I have not. I've avoided the military my whole life.
Interesting. Can I ask? Yeah, how old are you?
I don't want to say how old I am, not because I'm ashamed, but I just don't want to give that kind of information out.
All right, man. I understand. I just, there's been a lot of people asking about Ed, and I'm just glad to have you back on the show. I want to ask you about Voss. I know you've had close encounters with a man or a being aboard the ship that you filmed, and it looks like there's an alien walking within the ship, and you say his name is Voss, and he kind of took you in the ship, and he's kind of like your tour guide. Can you give me a little bit more, detail about how Voss communicated, what he looked like?
And Blake, I'll tell you all that I can. My memory is not that vivid on it. I think I mentioned to you before, I don't know if it was on the air or not, that it's kind of like having to describe a friend. Okay, tell me about your friend. Because I had no threatening feelings whatsoever. It was all very tranquil and unthreatening, and although it was amazing, and it was curious, maybe that had to do with it, it was not something that I was ever felt threatened by. So to say, what was it like? What was it like when it's not the sensory experience that you have here. It's a different experience. But if you think of things that happen in your life and you want to say, oh, do you remember when that happened? I can tell you what happened, but it's hard for me. So just like I guess it's hard for me to tell you how old I am, I can't just tell you exactly how it was.
And could you tell me how long were you aboard the ship? Where did they take you?
I was gone one time for as long as 3 days. 3 days I got back. I had 3 days unaccounted for. I've been gone so long it's only been 15 minutes. The way that I'm having trouble in describing to you what it was like there and then has to do a lot with that, the way the time is passing when the experience happens. So when I say to you, oh, remember your time with a friend, it's kind of like that. When you remember your time with your friend, ask your friend how long you were with him when that happened.
Well, were you married at the time? A missing report sent out for your location?
No, I don't need that kind of lifestyle. I didn't have a missed report sent out for me when I was gone. I've never been that kind of person that had to answer to that kind of demand. So no, the answer to your question is no. But it's the kind of question that I don't want to sound like I'm dodging it. But you guys got the video. You can see for yourself what I've shot, what I've sent you, what my experiences are. But when you start asking me all these questions about my personal experiences, about what happened, I can tell you pretty simply. It was a very...
Ed, when we always look at your footage, it's basically the best stuff we at Third Phase of Moon has ever seen, and some of the opinions out there believe the same way we do. And it's basically Billy Meyer eat your heart out on these kind of incredible photographs and videos that you've captured. These recent photographs, they're HD. We're going to zoom it in, and it appears that it doesn't look like there's any Photoshop. Let me ask you, people want to know, do you work for Hollywood? Do you work with special effects?
No. I don't work for Hollywood. I work for special effects. And, I don't know who this Billy Meyer guy is. As I think I told you, I can't remember if it was on the air or off the air or maybe in a conversation with your friend, because I've spoken to him, and he's a real gentleman. It's just that I first got my first camera back in 1969. I was already shooting film back then, so I've had a hobby, enthusiasm with cameras. And I also have the occasion to experience UFO sightings, and more so through, I think I told your brother, through my relationship with my uncle, who was a pilot in the military. And You asked me before, now I'm giving you more information than I may have wanted to. It's partly responsible for my disassociation with the United States military, or all the militaries.
Absolutely. This HD footage, Ed, you keep it up. And I was wondering, do you have any video of this triangular-shaped object, or are you just taking stills on this object?
No, I was just taking stills on that object. Although my camera has the capacity to take video, I'm what can I tell you, Blake? I'm not shooting for anyone but myself. So what I had handy and what I did.
Good job, Ed. We're going to be definitely sharing these incredible photos on this radio show that we're going to repost on YouTube. So everybody definitely, we have our radio shows, but then the second act of the show, I'd have to say, is when we show the videos and the photographs that people submit while we're live on air. Then you're going to be able to see it right here on.
Well, Blake, I'm glad to share what I have with you and your brother. As I said, I think he's a real gentleman. I think you're doing a good job, and if people want to look at it and compare it to their experiences, that's fine, because I think there's a shared experience out there, and I think this is a common thing. So, I have a life, and this is part of my life, and I do other things as well. I'm going to send it to you.
Wow, Ed, I know you're a busy guy that you got to do what you got to do, and you're always keeping your eyes on the skies. You want to keep yourself unexposed to the harsh elements out there, because the world is kind of harsh in some of the comments that do come in, and I think there's a lot of hate out there that sometimes.
Blake, I'm happy. I'm happy and indifferent to that. I don't care one way. It's just something I had, and I had the opportunity to send it to you guys, so I'm happy to share it.
We're getting a statement here from Flip It For You. They want to ask you, do you ever post any other stuff like on the web, like on your personal Facebook, or do you have a YouTube channel that you?
No, I don't have a Facebook account, and I don't have it took enough for me to finally get a phone as a camera, but I don't do that. So, no, the answer, I guess, is no.
All right, Ed, we're just getting the questions out as they come in right here live, Third Phase Moon. And if you're on the Flash Chat, and while we got Ed on air, anybody wants to ask him a question, I would suggest you do it right now, because Ed doesn't call in every single day of the week, and with this kind of evidence as well. So we appreciate that, and Ed for joining us. Ed, can you stand by? We're going to take another caller.
Sure, I'll stand by, Blake.
Let's go to area code 619. You're live, Third Phase Moon. Welcome. Tell us your name. Where are you calling from?
Hey, Blake, it's Kelly from San Diego again. I wanted to say thanks for those awesome videos. That also he shows a lot, and his experiences that he lets us know about his experiences that he shared. I just got a couple of questions for him if he's willing to answer.
Ed, you there? Hello, Ed. You still on with us? Uh-oh. Seems like Ed's getting lost in transmission here, unfortunately. Yeah, that's weird. We've been having some technical issues just on this radio show alone. Ed just got back. He's back online. He called us. And you have a question for Ed, Kelly? Go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, Ed, this is Kelly. I'm out here from San Diego. I was wondering.
Hey, Kelly, how you doing over there in San Diego?
Not bad. How you doing?
I'm all right. Not sure.
The only question I have is I was wondering maybe if you could let us know that what type of beings these are, or like species they are, or another question: do you still get visited by these beings?
Yeah, I mean, the answer to your question is yes, I still do, and the answer to your question is I don't know. I don't think that there is a racist kind of race of different alien races. I haven't experienced all just this one type of visitation, and I don't know of any conflict or any wars or any issues regarding different species, because I've only had the one.
What do they look like? More of the gray alien type species that they talk about, or what do they look like?
Kelly, I can't tell you what they look like. You have to say I don't know. I don't know what they look like. They look like something that you might have seen an image of in a movie, but different. It's like saying to someone, what do all people look like? They don't all look the same.
That's true.
Yeah, it's a hard question to answer. So what color are they? They're not white and they're not black. How tall are they? They're not short and they're not small,
You know, Ed, you come across, when you explain your encounters and your experiences, is unlike any other, abductee that I've ever interviewed or has come on the show. Not saying that it's just your thought process it's interesting to me. You explain it in a way that it kind of,
Blake,
it makes sense.
Not something that has to do with you. That's going to affect what I tell you. And, I have an indifference, but the thing is that this is not something new for me. I'm not I'm not on my deathbed, but I'm not a young man. And this is something that I've been experiencing for over 40 years.
Ed, any more questions? Or, excuse me, Kelly, for Ed? Any questions?
No, I'm just I understand how Ed, how you like to explain it, and obviously to you they seem to be like more malevolent. I mean, you've never had like a scary experience where they feel like threatening to you or anything like that. I mean, obviously they might be here. I mean, I would just like to know what the type of experience they show you or what they explain to you, like through telepathy or. What are they, are they trying to let you know that they're here for, helping the greater good of humankind or?
Oh, Ed just dropped out. Sorry, Kelly. It's a transmission. I think he lives in some kind of a, remote area out of Colorado, if I'm not mistaken. I don't want to give too much away, but he doesn't want to let his location be known. But, hey, it's the state of Colorado. But, we lost him. And sorry, Kelly.
That's fine. That's kind of, I would say that I've been in remote areas like that as well. I've been into I'm originally from Utah and I've lived in Alaska. So I understand.
Hey Kelly, I wanted to thank you for joining us right here at Third Phase of Moon. I'm just excited to get to these incredible Ed photos and start editing this radio show right now so I can post this to YouTube right away. So. I'm going to get busy on that, unless you had some breaking news you wanted to share with us right now, Kelly?
No, just, you know what, I had one question for you, too, Blake. There was one video that you had probably, I'd say about a month ago, and it was about a guy in Mexico, and he was actually, his dogs were chasing trapped an alien in, behind some trees. They came out, and he shot it. I mean, did you hear anything?
Well, that video, I think, was shot approximately 3 years ago from a man, what was his name? Pablo. I think Pablo was his name, and he's all the way from Colombia, and it's an incredible video of what looks to be some kind of, cryptoid creature, and it comes out of the bushes. You see the dogs react to it
instantly.
Oh, yeah, instantly. It's the dogs don't participate in hoaxes, let me tell you, is what I see. It looks genuine. Pablo said he shot it, he brought it home and put it on ice, and he's going to get back to us at Third Phase of Moon. This was 3 years ago, and we've not heard back from him since. Some people say it could be, just maybe a skinned monkey of some sort. It doesn't look like a skinned monkey, but I can't tell you what it was. I don't know why Pablo's not calling back. Or what do you think it is? Your initial, that's why we put it up on Third Phase of Moon. It was so, it was shocking and graphic at the same time. But it's genuine. You look at the dog's reactions, then they maul this thing afterwards. They wanted to eat it. The dogs were
Yeah, that was, it was pretty, to me, that was some pretty incredible video because this thing came out and it was you could see, if you look at it in the back, it looked like it had dreadlocks or something, or, it was webbed all together, and, it was coming out to scare the dogs, and then when it shot it, I mean, there's no way, to me, that did not look like no skinned monkey. That was something out of this world. It was pretty good video of it, and I was pretty impressed.
Absolutely. Graphic stuff. We're going to also share this video on this radio show. Thanks for bringing that up, Kelly. I'm glad that we share this video that's been in the archives of Third Phase of Moon, and it needs to be revisited.
Yeah, it should, and I just want to say, hey, Blank and Brett, thanks for a pretty good evening. Too bad you guys had some technical difficulties in the beginning, but I just want to say have a good night.
Thank you, Kelly, all the way from San Diego. We will look forward to your calls when you come in next week. And no problem. We're going to be standing by this week. The button and the link to share your incredible UFO videos, we'll be posting the contact right here in the link below. And if, everybody keep your eyes on the skies. Everybody has their cameras rolling now. The world is ready to wake up. I think everybody, and the majority, knows we're not alone. I think that's about all that needs to be said. Everybody, stay tuned to Third Phase of Moon. My name's Blake Cousins. We'll see everybody again next time.